We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some news regarding Charlotte Flair, and more so, Charlotte giving some clarity regarding her extended absence from WWE television following WrestleMania 39. As most of you are likely aware, Charlotte Flair has not been seen or heard from in WWE after she lost her SmackDown Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley at the Showcase of the Immortals this year, and there were rumors shortly following WrestleMania that Charlotte Flair was set to leave WWE for the foreseeable future after losing her title to Rhea Ripley, and that's exactly what happened. And the first time since WrestleMania that fans heard anything about Charlotte Flair was during the 2023 WWE draft this past week, with it being revealed that Charlotte Flair was drafted to Friday Night SmackDown. Now, many fans wondered exactly why Charlotte took this break from WWE, and in a recent interview, Flair gave some fans clarity on her reason for her temporary departure from WWE, and this is what Charlotte Flair had to say on the matter. Quote, "For me, I went from having nearly no days off to getting injured last year after WrestleMania and being forced off for several months, and then now off again for a couple weeks for something that I needed to take care of. So it is a blessing and a curse. Like no one wants to get injured, but having that first time off for that extended amount of time, I think that was definitely healthy for my mindset." Regardless, it is likely that Charlotte will be making her return to WWE television on SmackDown in the near future, likely following the Backlash 2023 Premium Live event this weekend. And considering the SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley was drafted over to Monday Night Raw, Charlotte has a new champion to chase on the blue brand when she does return, as Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion, was drafted to SmackDown, which gives the SmackDown Women's division some fresh, new, exciting feuds for fans to look forward to in the near future. And there's no doubt that Charlotte will once again be setting her sights on the Women's Championship when she does return, so Bianca Belair will certainly have to look out for the Queen's return to WWE. Now, on another note regarding Flair, Charlotte has not been in WWE during the process of WWE being sold to Endeavor, but Charlotte does not feel like her position will change whatsoever in WWE now that the company has been sold to Endeavor, and this is what Flair had to say regarding that. Quote, "When it comes to the business side, I feel as a performer, my position is not going to change. Maybe if I was brand new, but my job as a performer is just to make who's behind the headphones and gorilla happy, and then the fans. I don't really get wrapped up with what's going on here, but the sale is a big deal. I'll be interested to see what happens in the future with Endeavor." Regardless, let us know if you guys are excited to see the return of Charlotte Flair on SmackDown in the near future, and do you feel like WWE are instantly going to book a Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair storyline for the Women's Championship, especially seeing as though Charlotte Flair did not get a rematch against Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's title. Drew McIntyre's future in WWE may have shockingly and sadly been determined if new behind-the-scenes rumors are true, and there is breaking new backstage speculation that Drew McIntyre may have quietly been released from WWE recently, or that the company are in the process of letting Drew McIntyre go. Now, as most of you are likely aware, there have been plenty of rumors going around that Drew McIntyre had recently expressed frustration and anger in WWE over his position in the company, like the way WWE have booked him recently and the lack of major opportunities he's been given, but also the amount of money that WWE are reportedly offering Drew to re-sign with the company. Drew McIntyre's current contract with WWE is apparently set to expire before the year 2023 comes to an end, with some backstage reports indicating that it will likely be the late fall of 2023, and as of right now, Drew has refused to sign any new deals with WWE because of how upset he is over his booking and the new deal that WWE are offering him to re-sign with the company, and it now sadly appears as though things are reaching a breaking point between Drew McIntyre and WWE. For those of you unaware, WWE will be returning to the UK this summer, with the upcoming Money in the Bank 2023 Premium Live event set to take place this July at the O2 Arena in London, England, and Drew McIntyre had previously been promoted as one of the 6 superstars featured for the show on WWE's website, but sadly, Drew McIntyre has been removed from the list of featured superstars and was replaced by Roman Reigns, who was not advertised for the show previously, which has led there to be massive speculation that the rumors could be true. Drew McIntyre is finished in WWE after not coming to terms on a new contract with the company. Now, while Drew McIntyre is currently dealing with some minor injuries, one of our sources has revealed that these injuries would not keep McIntyre on the shelf through Money in the Bank 2023, which is why there is great concern that Drew's negotiations with WWE over the new deal have gone sour, hence why McIntyre has been removed from the advertising for the upcoming Money in the Bank 2023 Premium Live event in the UK. Because if things were getting sorted out between WWE and Drew McIntyre, fans can be assured that Drew would be one of the major superstars the company would advertise heavily for a show or event in the UK. There are reportedly no plans for Drew McIntyre to return to television, and the new speculation is that WWE could be doing one of the following scenarios. The first one being either flat out releasing Drew McIntyre from his WWE contract early, the second option being simply letting Drew McIntyre's contract expire without him being brought back to television, and the third option is that he is brought back to the company, but WWE would not plan to push Drew McIntyre or have him promoted much for events leading up to his contract expiring, seeing as though he would not be re-signing with the company and staying. And WWE would not really want to give Drew McIntyre any momentum if he is leaving WWE. Now let us know your guys' thoughts on the Drew McIntyre situation in WWE at the moment, and can you understand why he would be frustrated with creative over his booking, and also possibly angry at the money WWE's offering him to re-sign? Or do you feel like McIntyre is in no position to be angry at WWE over these kinds of things, and should accept whatever deal the company's offering him to re-sign? Also, would you be sad to see Drew McIntyre leave WWE in general, or would McIntyre leaving actually open the doors for him to achieve greater success outside the company, in other promotions like AEW for example? Clearly, Drew McIntyre is not being positioned as a top star in WWE anymore, and the amount of money WWE are offering him to sign the new deal, which has upset McIntyre, is a clear indication of that. So maybe the best thing for McIntyre is to get released and look to join another company like AEW, once his non-compete clause with WWE runs up. Now, the Judgment Day is already quite a powerful faction in WWE, with the group currently consisting of the SmackDown Women's Champion, or soon-to-be Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and the absolute heel heat magnet Dominic Mysterio. But if new behind-the-scenes rumors are true, the Judgment Day may be receiving a new member in the near future as per multiple reports. There is new speculation that McDonough is being discussed backstage in WWE as a potential new member of the Judgment Day in the near future. As most of you are likely aware, McDonough was one of the NXT superstars utilized in the 2023 WWE draft, with JD being drafted from NXT to Monday Night Raw, and that's fittingly the brand where all the current members of the Judgment Day reside on, which adds to the credibility of the rumors that McDonough may soon find himself involved with the Judgment Day faction as a new recruit or member, and possibly one of the reasons why Triple H decided to have JD called up, and they may feel McDonough would be a great fit in the Judgment Day to elevate the faction even more in WWE. There is even speculation that Finn Balor may have requested to have McDonough added to the Judgment Day faction, as there is certainly a history between JD and Finn Balor, as Finn was actually the one who trained McDonough to become a professional wrestler many years ago, so they clearly have a close relationship, and what better way for JD to be introduced to fans on the WWE main roster than to have him added to the infamous Judgment Day faction. Let us know your guys' thoughts on the rumors going around right now that the new main roster call-up McDonough is being considered backstage to join the Judgment Day faction on Raw in the near future, and do you feel like JD would be a good fit in the Judgment Day, or should he remain a solo superstar? Let us know. Now, while Vince McMahon has returned to WWE behind the scenes and is clearly having an influence on some of the creative decisions being made when it comes to Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, at least up until now, Triple H remains the head of creative in WWE, and according to new backstage rumors, Triple H is still in charge and trying to finish up the last bits of the quote, Vince McMahon era in WWE. According to one source, Boozer Wrestling, the draft moves this year were apparently a part of a first set of plays by Triple H, and that he's rounding up the last bits of the Vince McMahon era. And this is what Boozer Wrestling had to say on the matter, quote, "This is the first set of plans by Triple H said and done, for you to work on till SummerSlam. From there, Triple H will get his engine running on high, with everything being sorted out and balanced." Perhaps Vince McMahon was telling the truth when he revealed in that press conference a few weeks ago that he does not plan to get involved with the nitty-gritty of creative and not really be a part of that aspect of WWE much at all moving forward, because clearly Triple H is still firmly in charge of running things and plans to make some big changes to WWE going into SummerSlam season after finishing up the storylines that Vince McMahon had created. If true, this is fantastic news for wrestling fans, because by all means, most fans seem to enjoy the WWE product that Triple H has been putting out recently, compared to the shows that Vince McMahon was booking last year. While things have not been looking all too great for Cody Rhodes in WWE recently, with the American Nightmare's widely discussed loss to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, clearly Cody Rhodes is not going to be giving up without a fight, and while his major goal is to become a WWE World Champion sometime soon, in a recent interview, Cody Rhodes talked about how he has another goal in WWE, and it clearly has to do with him possibly being the cover of a future WWE 2K video game, and this is what Cody had to say on the matter, quote, "I also know that they know it's a big personal goal of mine to earn my way onto the cover. I don't know when that will happen, hopefully within my contract time here in WWE. Cena getting the nod this year is no doubt more than earned it. We now have a large appreciation for who John was and what John did, for as long as he did. It's definitely one of my goals, the cover, and a true cover. Not an exclusive, not a collector's edition, a true cover. That's a journey itself, a huge milestone." By all means, Cody Rhodes has some proving to do in the near future if he wants to work his way to being in a position to warrant being the face or cover of a WWE 2K game. And Rhodes certainly has his hands full this coming Saturday when he faces off against Brock Lesnar at Backlash. But if Cody Rhodes was to win this match against Brock Lesnar at Backlash this year, and then go on to win a World Championship in WWE, possibly the new World Heavyweight title, then there certainly could be a strong discussion of Cody Rhodes being on the cover of a future WWE 2K video game. Now, Omos is certainly not one of the more popular WWE superstars on the roster right now, with many fans continuously critiquing his in-ring talent, and that he basically does not have the required tools to be a top star in WWE. But clearly Vince McMahon and Triple H don't feel the same way as these fans, because regardless of the fan backlash, WWE have continued to push and promote Omos big time on television, and Omos will be getting yet another high-profile marquee match this Saturday at Backlash 2023, where Omos faces off against Seth Rollins, and there's even a chance that Omos could be booked to win the match against Rollins to regain any lost momentum from losing to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 39. Clearly, Omos sees big things in his WWE future, because in a recent interview, Omos talked about his goals in WWE, with this being what the 7-foot giant had to say, quote, "I mean, of course, being WWE champion. That's it, to get to the top of that list. When I first started, I had goals I wanted to accomplish, and I've met some of those goals. I wanted to wrestle at WrestleMania, and have been at WrestleMania 3 times. One as a WWE Raw Tag Team Champion with AJ Styles, I wrestled Bobby Lashley last year in Dallas, and then starting the show this year with the one and only Brock Lesnar. So I think there's a lot of plans left, and there's a lot that I have to achieve. But top of that list is becoming that WWE champion, holding that gold over my head and saying, here, look at me now. I'm the biggest, baddest son of a gun you've ever seen here. So that is on the top of the list." Let us know if you guys think Omos will work his way to becoming WWE World Champion in the future, or do you see him becoming a glorified jobber like the Great Khali after the company realize he may not be cut out for that top spot in WWE?